New York City, wake up. We got a new mayor in town. New York City is Muslim. New York City is Muslim. Allahu Akbar. You know what's crazy? All these billionaires try to stop this, bro. And you know what's crazy about this? They forgot that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was in control. Mamdani did this and he even asked for $1. Allahu Akbar. May Allah bless this beautiful city, man. May Allah protect our new mayor. Wake up, my heart. New York City is Muslim. Assalamu alaikum. Allahumma barik.
And who promised that he was going to pay all of your bills using the money from anyone who makes over $1 million a year. So before we fast forward to the oops, we're broke part of this story, let's talk some numbers. Currently, there are roughly 80 to 90,000 millionaires that live in New York City and about 125 billionaires. And between those two groups, they already cover about 48% of all of the city income taxes. But now Mamdani would like to jack up their taxes another 2%, as well as hike up corporate rate taxes on top of it. And y'all are all out here thinking that he sounds like Robin Hood. But here's what's actually happening. 10 to 15% of those millionaires are already planning to leave. Another 10 to 15% of the billionaires are shifting residency or moving operations out of the city. And another 3 to 5% of major companies are preparing to relocate entirely. Sorry, I left my crayons at home for this one, but that is a guesstimated $1.3 to $2.4 billion in lost tax revenue every single year. And when that money walks out the door, the city is not going to be chasing the rich. It's going to be chasing you. Because when the top leaves, the bill always trickles down. So when your rent starts to climb and your city taxes rise and your grocery bill goes up again, it's not because the rich got greedier. It's because your mayor ran the investors, the jobs, and the tax base out of town. And the only thing that's left to tax then is you. Is this the part where I say, I hope you get everything that you voted for? I know I'm still getting everything I voted for. Pretty dang happy with everything I voted for. Anyways, this was fun. Have a day.
I'm Muslim. I'm a Democrat. I was born and raised in Queens. Fundamentally oppose Zoran Mamdani. Look, we all want cheaper rent and universal childcare. That's without question. But I absolutely don't agree with this approach. Freezing rent sounds good, but it actually reduces housing and drives up market rents. Universal childcare costs over $10 billion a year, and the mayor does not have any authority to tax for that kind of money, and any state legislator fundamentally opposes that. And city-run grocery stores won't make food cheaper. They'll shut down the immigrant-owned corner stores that actually make New York, New York. We can fight for these things without lying and without breaking the system. It should not be about slogans. It should not be about overpromising for votes. A politician should go about it by finding real ways to help the very people that I grew up with and for them to live better here in Queens and in any borough.
New York, y'all voted for free over freedom, and I'm afraid that y'all just officially turned New York City into Gotham City. What's so crazy to me is the fact that after 9/11, we kept saying that we would never forget, and all of a sudden this man comes from out of nowhere and everybody gets amnesia. Make it make sense. This is literally this man's first job, and y'all think that he can run a city as great as New York? Not happening. All I'm gonna say is, rest in peace, New York. After voting for Mamdani last night, y'all and y'all around to find out, Aaron, and y'all definitely about to find out. In my opinion, when he made that speech last night, he was very angry. He was very defiant. He was very vengeful. You can't tell me that it's about the people. This thing is more personal. And let me just say this too. A lot of y'all voted for him because y'all heard the word free, but many of y'all voted for him because that man is anti-Trump, and a lot of y'all are anti-Trump. Y'all don't believe that he's going to do the things that he said he's going to do because he can't. Come on now. But hey, if y'all like...
Did he win, by the way?
He won.
They chose a knucklehead, so we're going to pay for it.
What happens if he opens up the government-run grocery stores?
I'm not with it.
Oh, you don't like the government-run grocery stores?
No.
$30 minimum wage. Can you explain how that might affect businesses?
We're going to hell. It's over.
How are they going to make payroll? It's just about all the policy that he's trying to do, increasing the workers and the taxes. It's not good.
The minimum wage doesn't help the worker. It just helps the system. Pay more money, more taxes, prices go up.
Overnight, half of them will go out of business.
So I'm in a blue state, I'm sorry, but I've been red my whole life. Democrats always ruin, steal, rob, and lie.
Any thoughts on having him for 4 years?
What I can do is just swallow and try to face it, but it's not easy. We're cooked. We're on the way to becoming a communist state.
The city's in trouble. They're in trouble.
Good luck.
Says he wants free buses. What's your opinion on free buses?
It's going to be overcrowded. We had free buses before the 116. It didn't work out too well.
If the buses are free, bus drivers are more vulnerable to assault.
Yeah, because sometimes a passenger can get mad or upset because they couldn't get to their destination, wherever it is that they got to go, and the bus driver can get assaulted.
And who pays for the free buses? We heard it's $800 million.
The taxpayers.
Unfortunately, people don't pay now getting on the bus.
But who pays us then? What happens to us?
So are free buses a good idea for New York?
No.
Someone with a degree in finance, respectfully, you don't know what you're talking about. Every single government-funded grocery store in the United States of America has failed. And instead of making groceries more affordable, they made them more expensive, unaccessible, and the stores had to close down. They weren't sustainable. When it comes to quote-unquote affordable housing, the only way to get more affordable housing is to build more houses. Price controls, rent lock, none of that works. It makes the price of housing go up. And it makes the people that build the houses not want to build them in New York because they can't make a profit. So they end up leaving and there being less homes and the rent goes up. All this you're talking about, it literally doesn't work. We have hundreds of years of science showing this doesn't work. And that's not even addressing the fact your taxes are going to skyrocket, bro. The amount of money you bring home now, it's going to have to almost be cut in half for the government to be able to afford these free buses, these affordable government houses, these government-owned supermarkets. They're not going to be able to tax any of the businesses because as soon as they raise the taxes on the business, they're going to just move to New Jersey. They're just going to move the taxes. They're going to just move somewhere that's more tax-friendly. California already tried this and failed. There was a mass exodus of business to just a different state. The businesses aren't going to be the one paying this taxes. It's going to be the average 9-to-5 person.
Oh, boy. Socialism, huh? Mamdani, you guys did it in New York City. I'm already starting to hear from people I know that do real estate in the South and all over the country, and I'm seeing the videos. The wealthy are starting to flee New York already, making inquiries about luxury properties and getting the out of Dodge, right? And the mouse died in the trap because it doesn't understand why the cheese is free. This guy won the election. Mamdani came out the next day and said, listen, remember when I told you to stop donating to the campaign? Well, you could definitely start doing that again because, we need to take care of a few things, put people in certain places. Yes, definitely, man. Definitely. You're going to give them things for free. And the first thing you're asking for is money. That's good. And he'll get it because he's selling them a nice big pot of snake oil. So here we go, right? Oh, man. There's going to be a mass exodus of people leaving the city. And your top 1% you want to tax for all your fantasy things you want to do? Those people make up for about 48% of the tax revenue. So take care.